It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Suzhou, China. And we're here for the first leg of the Curling World Cup. We're at the Suzhou Olympic Sports Center, and look at that. Isn't it magnificent? Final day of the double round robin. Who's going to qualify for tomorrow's final? We've got men's, women's, and mixed doubles nations here from the top curling nations in the world, all trying to earn a place in the grand final next May in Beijing. And here come the athletes onto the field of play. Our feature game today is in the mixed doubles event. It's Canada taking on Sweden. Let's meet Team Canada. Laura Walker and Kirk Myers.
And for Team Sweden, we have Therese Westman and Robin Alberg.
Canada has already qualified for tomorrow's final, but what's not known yet who they're going to play. USA, Switzerland might be their opponents. Sweden at 2 and 3, hoping for an upset here today to earn some prize money and World Cup points. And here's how points are earned at the Curling World Cup. If you win the event, you get 10 points. You get 3 points for every regulation 8 endgame win. If you win in a shootout, you get 2. That's how we do the ranking. That's how we determine the participants in tomorrow's final. Teams taking their practice slides. Hans Frauenlob here with you with Olympic gold medalist Rona Howie. And good afternoon to you, Rona.
Good afternoon.
So Canada have already qualified. Let's take a quick look at all the action. 5 sheets of action here this afternoon. Korea taking on Canada. Canada versus Sweden in mixed doubles. Norway versus Russia in mixed doubles. USA versus Russia in the women's. And Scotland versus China in the women's event. Final day of this double round robin phase. And for Team Canada in our feature game, Rona, it's a pretty good feeling going into that last game of the double round robin, knowing that you're playing in the final. How do you focus today? Here are the rules. 8 ends of play in mixed doubles. A 1 stone shootout if we have a tied game. Can't remove a stone from play until the 4th delivered stone of the end. Each team has 1 power play. There are no timeouts at Curling World Cup, but the teams can talk to their coaches between ends. Canada will have the hammer in the first, so getting us underway for Sweden. Therese Westman.
Ja, bara fart. Bra linje. Ja, håll den lite. Ja. Bara fart. Bara fart. Jättefin linje. Åh, nej, måste kalla. Wow, nej. Bara fart.
Alberg on the brush.
Bra. Bra skjuts.
Nice draw there.
That's 13.
Okay.
Another Curling World Cup innovation.
Right on the tee line.
Timing end by end as opposed to timing for the entire game. As Canada's Laura Walker delivers her first stone.
Well, it's pretty close, just line right now.
Both these pairs, the females throwing
I can
first
wait,
and
I can
fifth
wait, for sure
stones,
can wait
and the
here.
males throwing second, third, and fourth.
Back
They
8.
can swap that
Back
around
8, Laura.
from end to end if they wish.
Back 8. Come on, baby, go, girl.
Wants to finish a bit.
Good shot. Throw.
T-line
I
weight.
think the line's probably okay if I let you sneak in
Just a little bit, yeah.
But
I agree. Good throw.
I thought it was carrying. Marginalen kan ju vara att tappa den lite.
Bit of a pocket
Jag hade
now
dit
for
här.
Robin Alberg.
Yeah.
19 years of age.
Kändes lite mer.
Ja, håll igång den där.
Bra fart.
Håll igång den där.
7, 8, lite lång.
Bra.
8,
Borta den.
8.
Nej.
So a lot of curling to do.
Nej. Whoa.
Westman sweeping to try and promote a little more movement.
Är du bra där?
Nudges the Canadian stone back.
T-line. Även fast man har vek så curlar inte mycket där. Så.
That gives you an idea how quickly things can accumulate in mixed doubles. 4 stones in the forefoot already. Kirk Myers.
And a nice pocket for Kirk to freeze in on top here.
Good.
Weight's good.
Wait on me. Wait on me.
Weight's good.
Close.
Weight's good.
Close.
A little big. It's a little big.
Whoa.
It's a little big.
No.
Weight's really close here. This won't finish, huh?
It's out there. It's a good
Pretty
spot.
nice
We
spot,
just need
eh?
less ice. You
Yeah,
did that
I
really
honestly
well.
thought I was almost ducked it.
Oh, I thought the line was great out of your hand.
Just ingen idé att slå på den här, va?
Va?
Ingen idé att slå på den alla dit
Corner
nu.
freeze
Just
there.
tighten it up a
It's
little
a good
bit.
spot.
I gave you a little less than edge of 8, but
I noticed that, yeah.
So just discussing the ice they took there, it just ran a fraction straighter than they'd hoped.
Vänta, har du isen här eller?
Swing around to the intern side this time for Robin Hallberg.
Bra, 75.
Mycket plats.
Känns bra fart.
Mycket plats.
8.
Kala nu.
8.
Japp. Japp.
Working this one hard, it's finishing big.
Japp. Nej, fan.
Wow, was it ever?
Just rubbed off the top one.
Nej, det är bra försök.
Oh my.
That pocket still remains to get in on
Bra
top of.
försök, Robin. Just tap it a foot.
Okay.
Yellow rocks belong to Sweden.
I like this.
Laura Walker will hold the target for Kirk Myers. Mixed doubles.
Mine's good.
You've got the
Wait on
option.
there
You can
now.
have a
I think it's heavy.
person
That's
in the
okay,
house,
that's
or you
good.
can
It's quite heavy.
be up the
That's
other end
okay.
to sweep.
It should curl right now.
Yeah, it's really heavy here.
Whoa.
He thinks he's heavy, but it does come big at the end, which takes the weight off it.
It's not real good.
Oh, shoot, sorry.
Not that one.
Just threw it too heavy, eh?
Samma då? Yeah, like, you still touch the
4
rock
feet
with
heavy.
probably back line.
Yeah.
So.
Great chance here for Sweden. If they can lock one on the pin, it's not going to go
Really
anywhere.
walked it, yeah.
Yeah. I was, again, had a little extra. I
I
think
liked how you threw it. When you
that-
said it was heavy, I thought that was good.
that weight going over that hole.
We still always have this.
Yeah, there's definitely some options there. Hopefully they don't quite make this perfect.
The two players always discussing line, weight, making sure they keep that communication going.
Robin Hallberg trying to weld one right on the pin.
Den såg lite vek ut. Marginalen framför.
Japp.
Lite
Japp.
lång.
Japp.
Gärna inte.
Dra linje, gärna curla.
Gärna inte.
Japp, dra den nu. Håll den.
We know it's going to finish.
Hårt! Kom igen, förbi. Janet.
Oh, nice brushing by Therese Vestman. Puts it right on the lid.
I think we probably, what if we make this?
Just got it
Can I
right.
make that, do you think?
I just worry that we leave.
Ja,
Fast de kunde köra den
Ja, de hade den där då. Så.
Jättefint spelat.
Var det?
Happy with that one.
Let's play it anyway.
I guess I could nuzzle in there maybe for a second shot.
Canada
but
have got last stone here,
I like this.
I like it.
See what happens.
so really looking to try and open things up a wee bit. Move the stones around that are on the 4 foot, or on the button even.
Exactly. But
Let's
look
see
how
what's-
jammed they
At least
are.
we can get this. Sorry.
Going to be
there's
hard to move
something.
those yellow ones very far. Jam on the left,
Yeah,
jam
maybe
behind.
use this side red.
Yeah.
Okay.
To create some kind of
Should get a little bit of
separation.
movement
If
here.
they caught the yellow on the right, it would spring the one to its left out a wee bit off the button anyway. Maybe give them some more room for later in the end.
Have to try to rattle them somehow, and here comes Kirk Myers to do just that. This may be on the front.
Okay.
Rex on the guard.
Didn't quite get off of there.
Nej, alltså det enda jag ser det är att de spelar den
So
här.
great
så vi bara
opportunity
får
now
ett
for
och så här
Sweden
lite
to
mellan
really
här.
come in and put
Ja,
pressure
marginalen är
on.
absolut bara såna här. Gillar du det?
See Alberg patting his brush on the ice. I think Therese was thinking going right up to the button. I think Robin would be a little happier if it just sat in the 8 foot. Down this path anyways.
För det är det enda de har för att bara släppa ett.
Ja, för de kan ju inte
Så
köpa den
se
här.
till att ha marginalen
This is
kort.
one where it's the line that's more important to guard that way in for Canada.
Lite rakare handen då. då. Men jag tar...
Nej, det här är Karlan då.
Ja, men jag menar...
Ja, stenen. Ja.
Men jag tar kant orange då.
Ja, det är jättebra.
7 rocks in the forefoot.
82 ganska aktivt.
Therese
Ja,
Westman.
vänta då. Kommer nog kanske komma.
Ja, 7.
Vänta.
7 nu.
Kommer nu!
At a higher line at the moment. He's got a long way to curl.
Ja!
Here it comes.
Wow! Ja! Wow!
Wow, what a finish.
Fint spelat.
That curled a pile.
Try to...
Sweden lying
Do you ever
forward,
get on the
all
inside of
touching
this?
the button.
Just like get that one and that one out and give them these two.
Yeah.
I think,
So,
eh?
where do I want to hit it ideally?
I think as thin as you can here.
Okay.
Might work.
The way they're angled, Kirk Myers thinks, kill the 2 on the right-hand side if you can, and maybe concede only 2.
Thin as you can on the center line yellow. It might just poke it out enough.
So if I just hit it like splitting center, that's...
Yeah, I think you got a chance there.
Okay, and yours curled?
I
Just
just
want
had
to
something
catch the
under it, but I think
left-hand
it's gonna
side of
curl.
Am I
that
good for
yellow
time
at the
Yeah, you are. 30 seconds.
right-hand
Take
side
your
of the
time.
screen.
Laura Walker. Trying to rattle them around.
Oh. Curl up. Curl up.
Well, it's
Try
2
Laura.
for sure, and maybe 3.
Bra början. Eller hon...
3.
3 it is.
Throw, Laura.
A steal of 3 for Sweden in the first, and great
sorry,
shooting
man.
by Alberg and Westman. After one end of play, it's Sweden leading it 3-0.
Jag kan också sätta upp.
Samlat
Eller,
med mamma.
Ja.
Bra. Inget att klaga på. Jag känner out henne då.
Ja.
Här curlade du ju lite mer då.
Ja. Exakt. Här kallar det. Du vill inte spela en innan ställer du där?
Nej,
går det?
jag har kört här hela
ja.
tiden.
Therese Westman of Sweden. Canada keeping their power play in the bank, not using it yet.
Jag släpp.
Borde vara ganska bra.
Ja,
Håll den, håll den, håll den, håll den.
Lite långt.
Håll den, Nigad, japp! Jaha!
Great start for Sweden. Steal of 3 in the first. This one's really curling, though.
Fortsätt på egen!
All over the guard.
Fortsätt på egen!
So that's 2 corner guards now the Canadians can use.
Lite is eller?
Try about a 13.
Okay, alltså på
The
3.
mixed doubles curling.
Yeah.
Or is that too much?
Stone in
Might
the
be a
rings.
little too much, but I'd really like to get in the house because they can't hit.
You can't hit it and remove it yet.
13?
Yeah.
You can
Or-
nudge it. But you can't take out a stone until the 4th delivered stone of the end. So Walker try to use those corner guards.
Really good. Really good
Line's
weight.
good, line's good, room.
Really good weight,
It
Laura.
felt like it was there.
Really good weight.
It's not curling at all.
Too much about protecting
There
the
it
shooter.
goes.
Nice shot, Laura. It's beauty.
Här då!
Coming back tee, it's an opportunity for Sweden just to
Ska vi
freeze
se,
on
det går
top.
lite... Det går nog rätt tungt ut där, för henne såg riktigt hård ut och den curlar mycket. Vart har du?
Utkant gulsten.
Lite mer, tror
Center
jag.
guard now off the center line. Takes the play away from the button for Sweden, and that'll favor Canada a bit. Robin Alberg.
80.
Ja.
80.
Ja,
Känns bra fart.
Över kalla massor.
Sätter sig.
Ja då.
6-7.
Ja, järnet.
4.
Working this one really hard, but it just comes up 12 foot.
Let's look in live in the women's event.
We can
USA,
hit.
Russia.
Or we come here, maybe.
Yep.
Four Yellowstones behind the guard
Or here
belong
again.
to Anna Sidorova,
whichever
so
you
Nina
like.
Roth is drawing against 4.
Line's good.
It's not the way you want to start your day.
Line's great. Running a little. Curling now, curling now. Curling now, yeah. Good. Yeah, come on.
Gonna need a piece of the button. She's only can see half the button.
Room, no, room. Well, take time.
When I can, Laura.
Oh, she
When I
grazes
can.
the
Okay, go ahead.
top.
Line's good now. Yep. Go ahead.
Well, we'll
Yep.
just wait for the confirmation on the scoring there. Cut them down for sure. We'll update that score for you.
Pretty good.
Yeah, good weight.
Yeah.
Just once it gets across.
It just really goes across, yeah. Good call.
Yeah, that's what I was. What was it? Du kommer nog inte runt.
Ja, den är svår.
Drift den mer här. Right. If we're on the edge of 8, it's fast.
Canada just tried to draw around the corner guard again and came up short.
Japp!
Alberg.
Vart
Ett
är
ord.
det? Wow, nej! Nej! Nej!
Tack.
Japp!
Tack.
Japp! Nej, för sent. Den ser för hård ut.
Sorry.
Jag försökte styra den där. Okej.
Nej, sorry.
Redstone didn't move. Pushes his own through the rings.
Nu har det i och för sig gått 2 stenar där, så nu är det inte lika bra.
2 Canadian stones survived. And Ron, that's one of the really great things about Curling World Cup is we've got, there's the confirmation. USA actually scored. Wow. What a great shot by Nina Roth. That's huge. Against 4.
Lines up. Good,
We've got
maybe
mixed
hair
doubles,
tight.
we've got
Hit it early,
women's
Kurt.
curling, all happening at the same
Now
time.
lines.
The men all
Hard
under one
line.
roof, all in one tournament.
Hard line, you still got it.
It's a fantastic
Hard
event
line
for all
goal.
disciplines to be playing in the same
Confidence.
competition at the same time.
Not today. Sorry,
New rules
14-4. I think the line was close.
for the World Cup,
100%.
and all the athletes are loving playing the new rules. Probably the biggest difference is the thinking time per end rather than per game.
Vill du runda här?
It means you can't bank time for later on in the game. You have to
Nej,
play
hela
per
samma,
end.
hela det. Ta lite mer.
It does keep the game moving. And as you say, Rona, the athletes have adjusted pretty quickly. Here's Robin Alberg. Sweden, after stealing 3 in the first, they're in a bit of trouble here. Alberg's first one tracked, and this one's tracking as well. It needs to move.
Trying to come through the gap. Split his own yellow.
That opens it up.
Jag tror vi spelar på ett för svårt slag.
Ja. Jag vet
Canada's
inte,
still
alltså,
line
den
two.
där
They've got the
dragningen
hammer
där,
here
det
in a
är
second.
lite svårare.
Tjafsat den där rätt ner.
Ja, just det. Spela slagningen istället.
I don't mind. Yeah, I like that. I think we know.
Är
Ja.
ni så?
Jag kvar den i och för sig.
Ligger den bra ner?
Ja, absolut.
Canada want to draw around here and lie 3.
Line's good.
Kirk Myers.
Weight's close.
Room. Room, yep. Line's good. Room. Easy.
Weight's
You're still on
good.
these. You're on these
Weight's
still.
good.
You can't go.
This one's tracking as well.
They're all been caught out with that piece of the ice.
Okay. Good.
It actually doesn't
Nice
finish
weight,
too
Kurt.
badly
I think
for
it's-
them. It does block the way in for Sweden.
Sorry, man.
No, I think we give you too much ice.
Out.
Men,
Det är bara att trycka ner den med en hacksarg.
jag tror det är mycket lättare att spela en hårdsten här.
Okej.
Även om vi går ner på den här. Så alltså du har ganska mycket att träffa här, tänker jag.
Skippa då.
Ja.
Angle tap
Det är
might be the
curlsidan,
only
men det
option
borde ju
here
gå
for
ganska rakt
Therese
här.
Westman. Yellow into the button area.
Här antingen så eller så. Jag tror det går ganska rakt där.
Alberg will stay in the house and hold the target line for Therese.
Ja, men vi är så pass långt ute så jag tror det kommer gå rakt.
She's got a bit of leeway with this, that she can angle it
Marginalen är köppen ner på den
to
här.
either of the red stones.
It's true. It'll be interesting to see how much weight she throws, whether she's trying to run or if she's just going to try and tap for shot.
Yep.
It is a run.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Nej, 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 nej.
Is it going to curl enough? Oh, caught it too thin. It goes by the Canadian stones. That had to curl another half an inch, and that's made.
Yeah. I think you go with this, eh?
Yeah, I'm worried it's going to curl on the side.
No, I agree. To get to the button, you almost got to miss that anyways, hey?
Yep.
Let's take a look at how close that was. Just across the top. Door wide open now for Team Canada.
Yeah, I think you do, actually.
Okay, so
what do you think?
Think like just through?
Yeah. I think that'll give us a good shot out here.
Okay.
Let's go, Laura.
Chance to tie it up. Laura Walker.
I like it.
Line's good. Line's good. Keep it broomed out for line. Line's fine. All you.
We're a little heavy.
Oh.
She can afford to come up and
Yeah,
just
we're
nudge
pretty
her
close,
own.
just a little big.
Looks fine.
Nice shot, Laura.
Perfect.
Beauty. Yeah.
Comes to rest in the back of the 4-foot circle, and that's a 3 for Canada. So after dropping a 3 in the first, Canada comes roaring back with a 3 of their own in the second. Laura Walker draws the 4-foot. After 2 ends of play, we're tied up 3-3.
Okay, so it's straighter than we think on the straight side.
Yeah.
Lite dumma missar den här gången. Lite dumt tänkt.
Ja, precis.
Gör det bättre den här gången.
Ja.
Sweden sets it up in the standard positioning, so no power play here in the third end. Sweden has last rock. Canada's Laura Walker gets it underway.
How's line?
Line's good.
Weight's pretty good.
Line's great.
We're
Room,
there.
if anything now. Room. There it goes. Yep. 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 Keep that line. Keep that line. Keep that line. It's over curling.
Nice shot, Laura. Way to commit to that.
Yeah.
Good draw in there from
That's
Laura.
the only reason why it curled, I think.
Yeah, I know.
That first stone in mixed
It's a nice
doubles
spot
is
there.
key, isn't it?
And like
Hands.
sweeping it.
Absolutely, you want to control the front of the 4-foot. Change in the rules of mixed doubles curling a few years ago, moved the rock from the back of the pin to the back of the 4-foot, and yeah, that first stone remains critical.
Lite hård.
Okej, jag tycker lite lös
Ja,
nästan.
var bara fart, Robin.
Often dictates the entire end.
Ha mycket plats.
Bra, vi går.
Japp. Mycket plats. Japp, linje. Bara fart. Gärna curla. Måste curla, Robin. Måste curla. Bara fart. Jättefin linje sista.
Ah, sorry.
Swedish stone
Den var kortare
comes
än
to the
att-
back of the button, creating a pocket.
90. 85 hade.
Eller? Line's good.
Kirk Myers.
Weight's pretty good.
Little for line, yep. Yep. Hey, line's good now. Line's
Just
good
line.
now. Line's good now.
Becky.
Close, stay close.
Back 4, Becky.
Whoa.
They
Back
would
4.
love to be right up
Just
frozen
T.
in this
Like
pocket.
back 4, back.
Okay, line's fine
Back
if you're
14.
T-line. Line's great if you're T-line. Lock
Coming
it
down
on.
now.
Let her finish, maybe.
Good shot, Kurt. There you go.
Ah,
13-8.
great shot.
Right on the pin. Canada lies 2.
Bara öppna där.
Aw.
So Sweden decide they need to open this up. It's getting a bit clogged of red stones.
Bra start.
Robin Ahlberg
Bra spel.
rips the guard.
Tight.
Laura Walker asking Kurt Myers to throw a tight guard.
Line's good.
Felt pretty light.
It's
Okay.
interesting as well, the
If you have to
Canadians
sweep it, I don't think we're going to
most
curl
of the
enough.
time like to have somebody
It
in the
needs to
head
curl.
with a brush giving ice, whereas
Keep it
we've
going,
seen a
Kurt,
lot of
finish
the
it.
other
Keep it going,
mixed
right
double
center.
pairs
Right
this
center, a
week
little more.
have
Go, 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 go,
had
go,
one
go,
sweeper,
keep
one
going, keep
thrower
going,
most
keep
of the
going,
time.
keep going.
The teams have the option.
Go, 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 go,
And
go,
you're
go,
right.
go, go, go.
Yep,
Okay.
it's their preference.
Good spot.
That one comes up
Nice sweep. I think the
a
line was
little
good.
lighter, I think, than Kirk would have liked. Doesn't quite cover the shooters.
Det viktigaste är att ligga kvar här.
Ja, fast det behöver, det är det mamma säger, det blir för trångt. Vi behöver få ner dem. Liksom gärna hit bak.
Okej.
Hack bak.
Curla här va?
Ja, hack.
Therese asked for hack weight. Let's push them around a bit.
Sätt en bra sättning med hack. Anytime it comes off, it's all in the house.
it is, isn't it?
Having a wee
How much weight
rest.
is he throwing?
I think they're just like tapping it back, eh?
This doesn't look like a lot of ice on this side.
That's true.
That's the starting
Laura Walker
Yeah.
making a bet that this one's going to curl.
part. Ja! Hårt! Hårt!
Ahlberg on it immediately.
Kom igen, ligger bra, kör! Kötta! Jobba, 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 jobba. Fan, vi behövde ännu mer is alltså.
Laura Walker, you are absolutely right. That thing really moved.
Nej. Ja, det är bra. Bra spelat.
Satte den rätt bra eller?
Ja, jättebra.
Lite lös kanske.
Ja.
Ja.
What turn do you like?
I think we better go that.
Okay, I'm gonna give you lots of ice.
Yeah, that didn't really help the situation for Sweden at all there.
Needed to be in the pocket. Kirk Myers
Line's good.
trying to
We don't have room. I
take
don't
this
think
path
so.
away.
It might really curl here.
Line's good. Let it sit, let it sit, let it sit.
Sad?
Let it sit, so no
Yeah, I
overcurl.
think I pooched it. We touch that?
If you can, yep, 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 hard.
Getting a little bounce to
Okay.
improve the guard a bit.
Sorry, Laura.
I'm not sure you could have done much
Oh, I could tell. Like, it's just those little subtle ones. Like, I kind of
I
like,
didn't mind it out of your hand.
no. Too old. Om vi bara släpper ett så är det helt okej. Just nu är det för att släppa två.
There's
Så.
such a big
Men då
finish
går
on
vi
this
för att
hand.
släppa er.
Samma fart!
Då går vi för att
They
släppa
could
er.
come round
Oh.
and just tap that one back and at least sit beside the other red to give them something to play with.
Samma fart då.
Ja.
take a
Lite
look
mer,
at
det var nog lite mjukt tycker
Korea
jag.
versus
Yeah.
Canada. KG.
Japp, japp.
Rachel Holman. And that's a deuce for the Koreans, and that gives them a 2-1 lead. Nice shot. Kim Ji's team defeated Kim Un-jung in a trial to determine which Korean women's team would be here at this first Curling World Cup.
Across the center line.
I think we go across the
nice.
center
I
line.
like
Tap
that.
don't
back,
think it's
just
makeable.
flop over there. It's really the best they could do,
crafty.
but it
So-
gives them something to use.
Edge forward.
Like I can be quite wide,
Quite
right?
wide, yep. You can be like almost into the H-foot.
Into like almost like a corner guard.
You got lots of time, so it's like
För den
där fastnar ju där och jag tror att
det
liksom räcker.
cross my
Jag
mind.
tror att du bara behöver... Att de ska i och för sig garda där nu. Men
Ja, men vad gör vi om de gaddar där? Har vi någonting?
vi kan ju
Eller,
alltid skjuta, men det är bara från etta.
ja men
Ja,
det
det kan bli att
And
det
if it's
tappar.
long guard, it'll be good. If we have to wait a little bit, we'll be okay.
Okay.
Take your time, minute and a half. Yeah.
So I can throw what I think for halfway. Like it's gonna be slide
I think
fine
so.
here. Okay.
Yeah, this in the inside pass, they've been running nice.
Okay. Do you like the middle of your guard here?
I think that'll be really close. Yep.
There's Walker talking over the weight and the line.
I kind of pointed it at her. Over and off, over and off, over and off.
Just trying to block the way in for Sweden.
Choosing the out turn to throw the guard. In turn curling so much.
Let's try, Laura.
I
Good
believed
throw.
it too much,
Good
sorry.
weight.
Just over
I
curled.
think I slid where I needed to. I just didn't trust it.
Yep.
Has
Jag
left
tror
a
en
gap.
mjuk normal kommer komma.
Jag tror en mjuk normal borde funkar.
Ja.
Still not easy to move this red the way the stones are sitting.
Testa det. Våga gå tajt då.
Mer is.
Våga gå tajt.
Ja, men en mjuk normal behöver jag nog det där, minst. Det är roligare att gå för det. Ta lite mer.
Therese Westman.
Nej, 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 nej.
Stone
Kommer
has
den,
to
eller?
curl. It's got a lot of pace.
Kör på röd, kör på röd.
She's got some contact.
Kör.
Oh, look at that.
En nästa.
Single point, I think. We'll just wait for the confirmation.
One, just one?
Ja.
One it is. Nice try. Nearly a 2 for the Swedes, but nice shot for the 1 by Therese Westman. And Sweden go back in the lead with a nice shot on the final stone. After 3, Sweden 4,
Ja.
Canada 3.
Jag tänkte det är ju roligare att gå för än att bara gå i gadden. Då är det lite mer okej.
Jättebra.
Det var en bra fart tror jag.
Ja.
Men så att du håller igång den sen på en gång lite grann.
Ja.
Ska jag köra eller?
Ja.
Therese Westman, after that nice shot for the 1, gets us going in the 4th.
Håll den.
Gärna inget.
Måste! Linje! Bara
Gärna inget.
fart! Bara fart! Bara fart! Kom då.
So worried about the big curl on this out turn side. This one might have been overswept.
Hörde du mig
Okay,
inte?
so what do you like? The
Du sa linje hela
Nej,
vägen.
jag sa bara fart, bara fart.
Ja,
bara
här,
fart.
ja.
Nej, men typ därifrån.
Okej.
It's key for that
Okay.
first stone to come in and control the top of the 4-foot. Now gives Canada the opportunity to come in and freeze or be top 4.
I like to go.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, line's good. Pull 8 if you can, line's great.
Both working this one hard now.
You got it.
Big sweep from Myers and Walker, and they get it up in the rings. Well done.
That's just where it should have gone.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's good going that way, but
Yeah,
not coming here.
totally agree.
Och den
jag
kom
tror-
ändå
So
liksom.
just discussing there, the weight's slightly different going the 2 different directions.
Men marginalen är ju hellre att vara lite kort då.
So Canada know they're in the final tomorrow. What they don't know is who they're going to play. Could be Team USA,
Den känns
Sarah
väldigt
Anderson,
lös.
Håll igång då.
Corey Dropkin. They're
Den
unbeaten
är
on the,
fjärdigt.
in the other pool, and
1-2.
could also be
1-2.
Martin Rios and Jenny Perret of Switzerland,
Yes.
Olympic silver
Lite
medalists
till, lite till. Kom
in
igen.
mixed doubles from the Pyeongchang Winter Games.
Janne.
This is similar to my last draw in 2.
Let's have a look at USA-Russia. Nina Roth, remember, made that amazing shot in the first end against 4, and now Anna Sidorova of Russia, her last stone.
Wait, pretty close.
Drawing against 2 USA counters.
Back 12. Definitely back 12. Tap that.
They're working this one really hard to get it there.
Has she got the weight? No, it's going to stop up short. That's a steal of 2 for the USA, and they go up 3-0.
Jag tror hellre spela dragningen.
Norway, Russia in mixed doubles. There's a bit of a forest. Olympic bronze medalist Kristin Skaslien of Norway. Her teammate for this event is Sandra Rovag.
Trying to get to the inside of this yellow.
Hard line, says Kristin. And it's a 3. Nice shot.
Taking Line's a little tighter than your last one.
Weight's pretty close.
Okay.
T-line.
Line's good, line's good.
T-line.
Down. Close,
It's really good.
close.
Just
Norway,
line.
the only team that has beaten
Pretty close.
this Canadian pair of
Needs to curl.
Myers and Walker in this tournament.
Still needs to curl though. Get it in there. Get it in there. Cross it, cross it, cross it. Go, 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 go. Good spot.
Good shot.
Great shot.
It's not bad for speed over there. That's
What'd
a
you get?
13 and a half.
And half
Which makes
sweep.
sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Good throw. Yeah, I don't know if we can take much less ice.
No, no,
Just
that's
have to
good.
take out there and hope it
100%.
throws.
No, that's
Redstone belongs to the
Good job.
Canadians, and they've got shot.
Can we see enough of this to use
no.
it?
2 more in the back of the forefoot. Let's see Kirk Myers bring this into the rings.
Close,
It's really good.
close.
Just line. Pretty close.
Whoa. Needs to curl, Kirk. There it goes. Still needs to curl though. Get it in there. Get it in there. Cross it, cross it, cross it. Go, 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 go. Good spot.
Good shot.
It's not bad.
So Sweden looking coming down the intern side. They're quite happy to force Canada to take their one at this
Kom
end.
med. Wow.
Kändes lite hård.
Vart är den?
Alberg
Den ser väldigt lång ut.
backing off. Now he's coming up, getting a bit more interested in it.
Japp, 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 japp.
A long way to curl.
Kom igen, lite till. Släpp den, släpp den. Det är bra försök. Annars
But
hade
it's
ju de
usable
bara
there.
rundat där.
Ja, exakt. Bra där.
Can tap that up.
Unless you can
If
see
needed.
enough of this, but
It's really
or
tight.
we just nose this.
I don't mind this. I like just hitting like 3/4. What do you think?
I think it's a little thinner than that. On the
Right.
yellow, you mean?
Yellow onto red, right?
Yeah, I think it's a little thinner than
Okay.
that.
About 2/3?
Yep.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Playing at the front stones.
Yes! Hard!
Yellow, red.
Okay.
Ooh. Leaves the stones sitting in the front of the rings. Both of them now belonging to Sweden.
Sorry, Laura.
Alltså genom bara.
Yep.
Oh, close, but yet so far
Eller är
inside.
det enklare på den i mitten?
So Sweden's got the opportunity now just to tap that yellow at an angle into the pocket.
Mindre.
And coming in from the angle, it's definitely a welcoming pocket if Therese Westman can get the angle right.
Den är lite hård.
Jag ligger långt ute. Nej, nej, nej.
Den är hård. Kommer inte.
And this one is
Yep.
tracking,
Eller ja, den är igenom. Va?
Spelar ingen roll.
really not moving at
Bara
all.
längre så att de inte kan använda den.
Behöver inte ge dem en.
It was a nice weight she played for the top.
Jo, men fram.
Ja, jo.
Jag sätter ju
Nice
dem
through the
sådär
back
när det
rings.
är curl.
So now for Canada. How do you get that Swedish stone out of there?
Get her
How do you
curling
get
in there,
more than
maybe?
one?
There's shots there. I just think they're risky and not worth it.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
There's really not much there for 2 or 3, really.
No,
Like,
not unless I play this.
Eller förrgår det då. Men jag tyckte det var bra att
Heard
vi-
Laura Walker on the way back down saying it's pretty risky to try to play for a 2 or a 3.
Absolut. Den stängde till mycket.
Hur ska de ta fler poäng?
Alltså de kan skjuta ner våran mittensten på deras.
The reason it's risky, you'd be running in your
Det
opponent's
Det är
shot.
bara för 2, det känns väldigt risky. Jag tror hon bara sätter den i...
Nej, någonting som de ska göra.
It's back to that decision, risk versus reward. And playing the scoreboard.
okay, we're really close.
Gonna try to draw for it.
Really close.
Line's good. Yep, yep. Room, room. Room.
Just line.
Close, close, close. Oh,
Here it
room,
comes.
room, room. Girl. Girl,
It's gonna be close.
girl.
Nice try.
Great try, but it's a single point for Canada. But Laura Walker couldn't have thrown it much better.
Just one.
Just one. The players confirm. Great
I saw
try
it
from
working
Laura
in there,
Walker.
for
Nearly
sure.
made it.
Sideways.
Just an inch. So as we reach the
Good throw,
midway
Laura.
point,
Thanks.
I'll pick it up here.
we are tied up at 4. Teams trading 3s. Teams trading 1s. First end, Sweden with 4 stones clustered around the button. Canada's Laura Walker trying a desperation shot to try and unlock them. Moves 1, but it's a steal of 3 for Sweden.
That's okay.
Real good.
Bra. Jättebra.
In the second, the Canadians bouncing right back. They're lying 2. Final stone for Laura Walker, trying to draw
I like it.
for 3.
A little big. Nice shot, Laura. Beauty.
Nice shot
Yeah.
indeed. Back of the forefoot, and the Canadians tie it up.
Sometimes the middle guy doesn't have to make any.
Nej, jag vet.
Det är roligare att gå för det.
In the third. Delicate final stone for Therese Westman. Has to get around the center guard and try to clip that stone off the
Kör på
button.
rött, kör på rött. Kör, kör, kör.
Makes it great. Nearly gets 2, but it's a single point for Sweden.
Sorry.
One yellow.
Of course.
Är det bra?
Grymt. Jättebra spel. Bra att du ökar isen.
Let's look at all the action at the midway point. Korea leading Canada 2-1 in the women's event. We're all tied up at 4 in mixed doubles. Norway leading Russia 4-1 in mixed doubles. USA 3-0 over Russia in the women's event. And Scotland 3-0 over China in the women's event.
It's a nice speed going away.
Yeah, it is. It really, yeah. It's very similar to other games.
Yeah.
For speed, both ways. Like, it doesn't even seem like the big curl is taking much off it.
No, not
Maybe
going that
the
way.
no curl is getting it faster. I'm not sure. It was pretty close. Oh, smoke. It does take a while.
Släppa 2.
Det är bara okej, man får göra så.
Och det var därför jag menade, eller det säkrare slaget hade ju varit liksom, och framförallt när isen ser ut som den gör, så jag spelar en hackfart och träffa precis mitt emellan 2 stenar på den där curlande handen. Det är ju mega svårt verkligen.
Ja.
Så väljer jag kanske det lite enklare slaget i det läget.
Ja.
Annars ser det jättefint ut. Bra, ja, kul.
Ja, det har vi.
All right.
Here are the stats at the halfway point. Bit of an edge to the Canadians, but that big steal of 3 by Sweden got them off to a great start. And the most important stat, of course, is the scoreboard, and then we are tied up at 4.
Okay.
Okay.
1 minute?
Fel sida.
Okay, so wait. This side will be good yet.
Okay. Oh my god.
Not quite. It takes forever.
So when I threw in the third end, I threw edge of 8, but I had no set to it,
Yeah.
and it just over curled. So I
Yeah.
think if I throw edge of 8 with
Yeah.
a good throw, that's good.
Yeah, this is, you can just kind of release on this side, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we'll probably be okay. Might not get fined. Edge
Okay.
8, let's go.
High 13 to 14?
Yep, yep.
Still no power play for either team. Laura Walker,
Pretty close, Laura.
Little for line early.
63%
Little
for
for
the
line.
first
Little
half.
for line.
That was line.
Line's good now. Line's good now. Yep. Room. Line's good. Line's good. Get it in there. Go.
Nice shot, Laura.
Right on the pin.
Good sweeping.
Very nice.
It's a great shot. It's exactly where you want to be.
It's the kind of one you want to remember in case you have to have a
Hey,
shootout
Laura.
after the game
Yep.
to decide the winner. Remember that one, Laura. The Curling World Cup.
Go lite mindre snurr, lite
How we
hårdare.
break ties, no
Yep.
extra end games. One rock shootout.
Bra fart!
Ja! Wow, bara fart! Ja! Nej, bara fart! Jag vill gärna trycka den röda lite. Ja, den är hård.
Ah, sorry.
This one's sliding deep.
Sorry. Tyckte den såg så jävla mjuk ut.
Tricky path, it's fooling them a bit. They're anticipating a break and it's just not coming. It's sliding a hair deep. Very weight sensitive, and we've seen that really throughout the week. Step the weight up a couple of feet
Line's good.
and it just changes the running.
Weight's good.
Okay, yeah, little for line. Keep it out there.
And that's where in mixed doubles the communication's vital between each other to keep that knowledge moving throughout the game, because it does change.
Yep. That's off.
Sorry, Laura.
That's okay.
Little
Pretty good
bounce.
spot.
Short.
15-5.
14-5.
15.
Not a disaster there when their
Ja,
shot's
eller
right
bara
on the
dra på en
button.
till.
It does
Jag vet
guard
inte.
it.
Jag gillar öppna.
Ja. Får vi med oss dubben från den sidan eller börjar jag spela den där?
Vi får dubben här.
Robin Alberg is going to try to deal with the center guard. Watches it intently.
Det är bra.
Kills the center.
Ja.
Laura Walker saying, put it back, please. Kirk.
And that's the difference where Sweden have got last stone. They want to try and generate a couple at this end, but they're having to chase the end and open it up,
Little tight. Hit it early.
which is not ideally
It's
what
pretty
they want
good.
to
Okay,
be doing.
line's good. Line's good. Stay down though.
Weight's pretty good.
Line's good.
Halfway.
Needs to curl now. Yep. Go, Kirk. Go. Little more.
I'm going, says Kirk.
Go. Good spot.
Thanks.
It's a good centre
Jag
guard.
gillar trycka den.
Ja. Var bakkant eller? Hack.
Bakkant här.
So a bit similar to what we saw in the third end. Play down the intern side.
Eller vill du ta den igen?
Yep, under these ice conditions, the guards are more useful closer to the house because when they're too long, it's easy to come round them.
It's Westman holding the target for Robin Ahlberg.
Ja! Ja!
Lite hård.
Ja, det spelar ingen roll, kör!
Härifrån fort.
They know this is going to pull big at the end.
Kör! Kötta! Hård! Jobba,
Trying
jobba,
to
jobba,
hold
jobba,
it.
jobba. Okej.
Oh, you're right, Rona. Therese knew out of hand. She's seen that movie before. It's gonna move.
It's moved it from the button.
Let's have a look at Korea, Canada in the women's event. Rachel Homan.
Wait only right now, line's good.
Weight's pretty close.
Line's great. Piece of the 8-foot. Looks really light. Okay. Where?
It's light.
Draw for two. Not going to make it.
Courtney and Weigel trying to drag it into the rings, but yes, it's going to come up short. Only a single point for the Canadians, and so that one is tied at 2.
We could have made it.
Okay.
Rachel Homan not happy about that one. Nolan Thiessen and Thea Lindholm in the background. Lots of curling celebrities in the building, as you'd expect. The first ever curling World Cup.
Ja!
Samma.
Hård! Wow! Ja! Ja! Hård! Jobba, 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 jobba!
Albert trying to hold the line again.
Ah, well swept.
Yeah, that's
Well
a nice
played.
shot. That's one of the things I love about mixed doubles,
Okay, so
Rona.
that makes some pretty good sense. 13?
Throw it,
I think so.
and if you pooch it a
don't
little
you?
bit, you
Like, I
can
think
save
mine just
yourself
kinda
with the
came off
brush.
again.
Robin
you were
did a
out
very
quite
nice
wide.
job there.
Yeah. Like, give me a 13.5.
Okay.
I'll make
You
that
put
for
that
you.
Yeah,
effort,
even if I'm
extra
top,
effort
That's
into
true,
your
actually.
sweeping when it's
Not
your
if I
own
were
stone
curl,
you've
though.
thrown.
Yeah, well, that's
right.
okay, but yeah.
You want to make it
Lägg
good.
upp en dubbel då. Gubben går i hålet.
And Robin certainly did.
Or we need you.
He's smiling, happy with that one.
Yeah. One of the current Swedish mixed doubles champions, a very young team, but they love playing the game.
Pretty close. How's line?
Room.
When I can, but I
Okay,
think
no,
we're good.
needs to curl right now. There it goes.
So Laura
Still
can
got
follow
room.
that
Weight's
in.
good.
Close. Yep, yes.
She knows it's going to curl big.
Just line. Back 4.
Whoa!
Back 4.
Whoa!
Curl, baby.
Curl.
Nice shot.
Curl it does.
Girl, Laura.
Great
Nice.
shot.
Beauty.
Canada lies 2.
Dra här för att släppa.
It's 3 against 1 out here. And you're holding your own. Thanks, y'all. I don't know if they can really score.
Was that freeze there? You're holding your
You
own?
almost though have to. I almost had to throw it to tap it.
Yeah.
I think
Kirk
I would
was
have
beating
lost
himself up there.
I was
Svårare att komma in.
Saying to Laura, it's you against everybody else, including me.
Jag tror den här är lättare.
It's a team game.
Yes, it is. Well, the team dynamic in mixed doubles is so interesting. Just 2 people.
Jag tror nästan det va?
Ja.
You have to pick each other up. Therese Westman.
Det är.
Ja, håll den.
Känns rätt bra.
Håll den.
Ja.
Facing 2 and chosen to go down in the out turn.
Yes, interesting choice. Coming around the out-turn side.
Bara fart! Ja! Bara fart!
Sweeping this hard to get it past the guard.
Well, they're by the guard. How's the weight? Well, they cut Canada down to 1. That's a very nice shot. But it is a steal of 1 for Canada. Therese Westman draws it around the guards to reduce the damage, but Canada takes the lead with the steal.
It's not easy.
Vi gick ju före men fick det inte riktigt.
Yep, good end. Let's keep her rolling.
Yeah.
Got that kind of position back.
Yeah.
Ja, jättebra spelat där.
Probably what I just threw.
Yeah, I think so.
Great game
You
here.
don't pinch more. Or
Canada versus Sweden in mixed doubles. Canada have already
I was on the
qualified
slower
for
side of
tomorrow's
the
final,
And you
with
still
this young
tapped it a bit. I
Swedish
didn't
team
swing
giving
it
them a
all.
great game.
Edge of 8, same weight.
Yeah, go make her.
Jag gillar att ta det i... Alltså...
I'm a little surprised, Rona, that Aalborg Investment didn't choose the power play here in the sixth end.
Så om de tar poäng, då
Yeah,
kommer
I
vi
am
liksom lära
too.
ta power.
They were having a long
Om vi
chat
tar
with
poäng,
the
då kommer vi
coaching
vinna
team,
matchen.
which they can do between ends.
We're pretty close.
I'd like you to wait if you can. I set it a little.
We're pretty close.
Okay, let it get in there. Still needs to curl a mile right now, Kirk.
I guess the rationale there is, okay, score here, try our best to force, even if the Canadians do use the power play, and save our power play for the eighth end. Myers takes it to the tee line.
Sorry, I just set it too much for that spot. I've been throwing them straight there and then I just set it.
Yeah, we're shot.
Good judge. Vilken hand? Ska
Spela
jag
den.
köra den handen eller?
Ja, jag gillar nästan det, men... Spela den du känner dig säker på.
Ja, den här känner jag mig mer säker på.
Okej.
There's a lot of positive communication between Laura and Kirk.
Definitely. Always feeding each other information.
Bra, håll den då. Håll den! Vart är den? Ja, håll den! Vart är den?
6.
Va?
6.
Håll den. Bara fart.
Aalborg really working this one.
Bara fart. Wow, stanna.
Fractionally overswept, but a nice shot. Therese Westman certainly got her range.
This way.
Sweden are just putting them that fraction behind tee that's always giving Canada the opportunity to freeze and take control.
Line's good.
Kirk Myers.
Pretty close.
Line's great. Keep
Pretty
it broom
close.
down here.
What's that?
Keep it broom down. Stay close. Whoa. Whoa, it needs to curl, Kirk. Whoa, can't bounce on this line.
Girl, baby.
Good.
Right to the pin. Let's look
Nice
in
weight.
at that
Thanks.
USA-Russia
Not bad.
women's game.
Ja, den.
Ja, är den handen eller?
Den här fin.
Lots of trouble facing the
Ja,
USA's
inte än. Vi
Nina
måste ha mer
Roth.
plats från garden i sådana fall.
Vilken vill du göra?
Her final stone.
Ja, vad så.
Här.
Trying to raise her own red up into the pack of yellows.
Ja!
Well, cuts the Russians down to maybe 2, but possibly a 3. It's 2 at least. It's going to be a steal for Russia. Tie game, and maybe the Russians in the lead. I'll come back and confirm that score for you.
Was it 3?
Känns det bra? Nej.
Nej, den kommer inte komma.
Sidorova doesn't look that happy by stealing
Lite långt.
2 or 3 points, but Russia
Nej, den,
right
nej,
back
den
in
har
this
ingen
one.
linje alls.
So Robin
Alltså, det där
Hallberg was
slaget
trying to
tycker
come
jag
in
är
and
för svårt.
sit in the pocket of
Right in
reds,
this
but
pocket.
just
Ja.
slightly high of line.
Again, creating that pocket. Kirk Myers.
Line's good.
A little heavy.
Okay,
No, it's
hold
good.
in. Room if you're heavy. Room
No,
if
weight's
you're
good.
heavy. No, room.
Weight's
Room.
real good.
Room. It looks...
Squeeze off, but it's not that
Okay.
heavy.
Okay.
Yep. Go ahead. Get it over there. Go.
Shoot. Pretty good
Okay,
spot.
that's a good spot. Oh, sorry.
Just surprised Kirk a little bit there. I thought it was going to travel a little further.
I actually didn't think
It's
you were
okay.
too back
It's
with it at
better
all.
there
I like
than-
how you threw
Yeah,
You're
it was
sleeping.
positive.
Bouncing, so
Um,
gives a problem to Sweden now.
Nice throw.
were you cheering for us or them? What's that? Oh, I didn't hear what you said. I just heard you said, let's go. I thought you said, go Sweden. Oh. What about
Some
me?
friendly Canadian banter.
Kirk
Soon.
looking for support anywhere he can get it. Just making sure that Rachel Holm is cheering for the right team.
Well, I mean, if they make this.
It's a minute.
Again, great part of this Curling World Cup format. You've got teammates. You've got men's teams, you've got women's teams, you've got mixed doubles teams. Alberg throwing a heater here.
It was on the high side.
This is the red stone, squeezes the two red Canadian rocks into the button area, and
Yeah.
here's a
Just get even.
Are you
curling
in
star
fan?
of the future.
It's almost the exact same line as when you threw 3 feet more weight.
Curling is
I'm
pretty
just gonna
new to
throw the draw
Suzhou
and
and
we'll-
very new to her.
I had you here. Do you like that?
That's good.
Okay.
One, I would say. Red stone counting at this point.
But the yellow's very vulnerable.
Not the pin so rounded. Yeah, yellow is totally vulnerable. Great chance here for Canada. Sweden's got the hammer, remember, here in 6, but the Canadians all set up for a potential steal.
Line's good. Line's great.
I'd like to go.
Okay, go ahead.
Weight's close.
Yep. Room. Yep.
Like to go.
Room.
Like to go
Okay, go
more.
ahead. Line's good. Go. Line's perfect.
Hindsight's
Go,
always
go,
20/20,
go,
but
go, go.
Sweden wondering if they're thinking about should he use the power play
Nice shot,
here.
Kirk.
They brought all the play into the pin, and
Really good.
Yeah.
now Canada
Ja, det går
line
jättebra där.
2 at least, and in great positions.
I'll make a shot, eh? This could work out really bad, too, for him.
Yes, it could, Kirk. Not looking that great
Great
for
weight.
Sweden. They could hammer the Canadian stone at the top of the rings right onto their own at the back and leave Canada line 4. Alberg
Yeah!
trying not to do that. Leaves the Canadians lying 3.
It's always going to happen with the way we're hitting it at that weight.
Give us one. Or we can.
I was going to say,
But
could
it
you
was
ever-
really trying to split everything in
Like,
the 4
just
feet.
let
Even
it
if
curl
I
into
rub
here.
on
That's
it
what I
a little
mean.
bit.
It's almost
Give
like
them a
allowing to
chance.
curl into here. Even if you end up just nosing this.
To be
Just
honest,
spill
I'm
out.
not sure how to make a guard on this rock.
Yeah, no, I think we just put some pressure. So I think just play a draw to the top 4. If you nose, it's pretty good because this will spill off.
Yeah.
And if you smudge in there,
Do
it's
you like
good.
middle of 12?
Yeah, where did I throw mine?
Just outside middle.
So middle will be perfect, I think, with yours. And throw top 4 weight.
The speed is good.
Yeah, 13.5.
The angle run is in there
I got-
for
yeah.
Sweden, but I heard
Yeah,
Laura Walker
13-4 and
say,
yours it tapped it, so.
Oh.
not
Okay,
really
so-
sure how to guard that one.
And I swept it pretty
you
good.
swept it, oh yeah, almost the whole way.
So it sounds to
If
me,
you throw me
Ronald, like the
13 and a
plan
half,
is
we'll allow that to work into
top
there.
4
Hey?
Yeah.
around the center.
So, Laura. Take your time. Got a minute left. Commit to it.
I think it's close to what I threw on my first one over here that
Yes.
didn't curl.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, as you heard them say, the more stones in there, the better. Puts more pressure onto Sweden. You know, leave them an angled run. If they make it, it's only a 1.
Laura Walker.
What's that?
I would have said heavy.
Yeah, just line, but we're okay.
Okay, let it work.
Back 4, back
Hold
8,
in.
back 8, back
Let
8,
it catch the curl.
back 8,
Oh,
back 8.
Lots of
oh,
weight according to Kirk.
You could just touch it, it would be okay.
oh.
Oh, yeah. Beauty.
Canada lies
Perfect.
4.
Eller om du spelar en hårdare luft.
So now
That's
for
the right
Sweden.
line, just
Yeah.
faster than I
Damage
thought
control.
there, sorry.
It's damage limitation time.
Då är det för att släppa 2.
And just
Ja,
by
en
nudging
eller
that
två.
red over fractionally, it prevents the run-in from Sweden.
Makes it harder for sure.
Ja, den här finns ju för en etta.
Jag vill köra den.
Ja, vad vill du spela för fart då?
Upp med isen.
Va?
Ha!
Change her mind. She's going to go for it.
Ja.
Yeah. Hack weight. But you're right. The angle much less forgiving now. Therese Vestman trying a hack weight angle tap against 4.
Japp.
Bra fart.
Wow. Japp.
Va?
Wow. Wow. Ner. Japp. Hårt.
It's close.
Oh.
Oh, what a nice shot. It is a steal of at least 1 for Canada.
Yeah, I think so.
It's 2.
Yeah, two.
It is 2. Steal of 2 for Myers and Walker.
2 red.
2 red it is, says Kirk Myers.
Nice shot again, eh?
Really nice shot to cut them down by Vestman, but it's a steal of 2 for Canada, and that gives them a 7-4 lead. Let's take another look. Couldn't do much better, and because that stone at the top button cut down the path, not too much room to squeeze one in there. Canada leads it 7-4.
I think it will still catch a bit of curl.
Agreed. Throw board.
Okay,
Go, Laura.
let's have a good end.
Yeah. You're good when you want.
So now we have the power play. Sweden with the last rock in the 7th. Now they're trailing by 3, and there we see the stones out in the corner guard position. That's the power play position.
Pretty close for weight. Maybe a pinch big, but really close. Really close.
The classic defensive play against the power play is angle tapping the corner guard into the rings, and that's what Laura Walker's trying.
Shoot her, Kirk, shoot her.
Remember, it has to stay in play. If it goes out of play, this stone comes back.
Sit down, baby. Nice shot, Laura.
Oh, using maximum distance, but it stays in play.
Great shot.
Really good.
Terrific shot.
Ja, de får inte slå än, så jag tycker vi rundar där och sen kan vi
Vi
gadda
kanske
det.
ska lägga konen. Ska vi lägga upp konen kanske?
Alltså det är antingen att lägga en corner framför där eller så går vi ner den.
Men vi kör på konen. Om den är lite lång så tar vi ner den.
Ja, de får inte slå än så.
Nej, okej, vi rundar den där konen som vi har marginalen framför då.
Ja.
Lär gå tyngre ut här va?
Ja, lite tyngre här.
Therese Vestman.
Bra linje. Vart är den?
Gärna, ja.
Ja, håll den. Den kallar över typ.
Gärna ingen, ja bra.
Bara
Gärna gå.
fart! Se lång ut! Vänta! Nej! Japp, japp! Vicka!
Little outside flop.
Bra.
Again, here's a difference between mixed doubles curling and team curling. In team curling, you'd say those rocks are in the rings, blast them, but in mixed doubles curling, you can't do that. No takeouts until the 4th delivered stone, so Kirk Myers
Weight's good.
playing a draw.
Weight's good.
Hard line! Hard, Kirk, hard! Right to it, right to it, right to it, right to it!
Off the other one.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Chop and roll is pretty good.
I don't want to roll too far.
Good call.
That's a pretty good result there.
13-4.
Well judged.
Corner frozen
That
on the
was
Swedish
never-
rock.
That was never enough ice.
Yeah, I thought he threw that
You
pretty
threw it
crisp.
well, I didn't.
So Walker and Myers, they already know they're in tomorrow's final. They'll play either the USA or Switzerland. And at stake in that final, Rona, the winner will directly qualify to the grand final of the Curling World Cup next May in Beijing. That's a big deal.
Jag gillar att dra ut på andra kanten.
Ja, vi måste jobba på det där sen.
Yeah, that's what every team wants to do, qualify for the grand final.
Men ska vi jobba på det nu eller sen då?
Remember, associations that have been invited to compete have been based on the world rankings of the nations, and it's up to the nations to decide who they send, what teams.
But if Walker and Myers were to win this tournament, it would be Walker and Myers that would compete in Beijing. They would earn their place as
They
a
would
team.
earn their own place, yes. But at the second leg, if a Canadian mixed doubles pair were to win again, they could also be in the grand final.
I think you played the double.
The next stop,
Hit about a third. Watch that one over there. I don't think it'll
Curling World Cup will be in Omaha.
This side curls more, but
Nebraska
I
in
think
the
if we
USA?
hit it
I
here,
think
I'm
so.
not sure it will.
I think
December?
I'm allowed to throw through it and just try to take that curl away.
The third stop will be in Sweden.
Because we've mostly
Jönköping?
seen with weight, even when it's the curly side, we're still under curling.
Yeah, I agree.
So you want like
I'm going to hit a third.
thin half, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go over it.
Take your time, Kirk. See it.
So the angles are set up nicely here to remove two Swedish stones.
Big weight.
Yep. Hard, Laura, hard! Hard!
Boom!
Oh, and he got the third. Yes. Not out of play, but he's moved it.
That's entertainment, folks. Great shot.
She was calling her shot, like she was going like this with her broom with the rocks, and I was like just above the stones.
Laura Walker, great brush.
She was struggling to keep up with it there.
That one had a bit of a vapor trail behind it.
He just wanted to catch it fractionally thinner so he could get that third yellow out the house, but
I think he'll take it.
pretty good.
Super shot.
Ser ut som att den har tappat det den skar på då.
Ja, jag ser det.
So now Sweden needs to think,
Svårt att veta.
just work hard to try and get a deuce. Therese Westman backing off of this one. She thinks it's heavy. It is sliding past the tee. Will it
Do you
stay
know
in the
if it
rings
was
or
in the
not?
wall? Was that in the
No,
wall?
it's through.
Stayed right
Oh,
there.
boy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I wish it had hit the
I
wall.
think it hit, actually.
You like splitting? Yeah.
Therese Westman thought that maybe that Canadian stone, or Swedish stone rather, hit the wall, but it didn't. Kirk Myers with a edge in the stats over Robin Alberg.
This'll curl.
What a great experience, though, for this young Swedish team.
Fantastic opportunities to play some of the best teams in the world.
Absolutely.
It's too bad, Kirk.
Oh, some debris under that stone when Kirk was delivering it. He tried to spin the handle.
The old,
Let's take a look at the replay. Right about here, something's bad, something's underneath it, so you spin it to try and get something out of it, but yeah, that's a bad break. What happened? Why did he spin the rock? Instant curling expert.
Still focused there.
Yes. I would say Chinese curling's got a future. Got a few young fans here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Suzhou.
Hej då.
9. Genom.
This was looking a bit speedy as well. Therese standing back.
Runda deras då om den sitter
Ja,
där.
den är för
Robin
lång.
Alberg just heavy with his draws. And again through the rings. Oh my goodness. Let's take another look at Norway, Russia. Kristen Skaslien with her last rock. Sandra Rolveg on the brush.
Linja bra! Höring, du höring! Håll linja! Håll linja! Håll linja, håll linja!
Oh, very nicely played by Kristen. Single point, and Norway taking a 6-2 lead.
Even if we are full ball to center line.
Yeah, really good.
But it is a shadow.
Laura Walker.
I think you're really nice, Laura. How does it feel?
Drawing to lie 2.
Line's good.
Just lying right now.
Running right now. There it goes. There it goes.
Wait, any chance for Sweden to score 2?
Nice shot, Laura.
Good sweep.
Nicely played.
Nice
Good
touch.
throws, good end.
Ja, bra. Finns det en TC? Nej.
Va?
Ska jag slå eller dra?
Det är vad du känner för.
Jag slår då.
Ja.
Therese Westman
Wow. Rent. Rent.
needs to hit and
Eka.
stick to score a single. This one, though, is tracking. Is it going to stick around? Makes the hit, but it's going to roll off the rings. Disappointment for Sweden, and it's going to be a steal of a single point for Canada.
I wanted her to make that.
So the power play not coming off for Sweden. It's a single point for the Canadians. Gives them an 8-4 lead after 7.
No, they are.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. So they have 6 rock.
I väggen. Alltså helt säker. Han gjorde ju liksom trippen.
Ja, våran? Nej.
Ja,
Nej,
men
den
alltså,
låg ju hela tiden.
med den borde vi ha gått på och duttat ner för att vicka bakom.
Ja,
Då hade
absolut.
vi
Men skitsamma. Nu går vi vidare.
Ja, men vi måste ju diskutera.
Upp med en center då.
Ja.
Det är det.
Ah.
Här känns det som att i den här matchen så liksom det vi tappar på är uppgifterna.
Ja,
Vi inte
nej, så ni
vet
behöver
inte vad vi ska lägga.
Laura Walker of Canada.
That's there.
Yep.
First stone of the
Pretty
8th.
nice, though.
Line's good.
Canada holding an
I can wait. I can
8-4
wait.
lead.
I can wait, Laura. It's pretty close.
Needs to curl right now.
Really close.
Needs to curl still.
I can wait.
No.
Not that Canada's in any kind of
No, there
jeopardy here, but
goes.
I'm
I
a
can
bit
wait.
surprised they
Still
didn't use
there.
their power
Line's
play.
Still there.
low,
Still
needs to
there.
curl.
It's a little bit easier to defend with the
Atta girl.
button open, but when you throw a perfect freeze like that,
Deal.
Kan jag börja
No, you're
få
absolutely
segare
right.
nu?
Canada knocked the hammer, can't use the power
Hold
play.
den, bara fart.
Announcer mistake.
Hold den!
My apologies, Canada.
Hold den! Hold den hela vägen! Bara fart! Bara fart!
Sweden is going to have to fill the 4-foot.
Yeah, really nice shot there.
Kirk Myers.
Line's good.
Felt heavy, but close.
I don't think you're heavy on this side. Line's
Okay.
good. Room. Room, wait on me.
Weight's good.
Okay, line will be okay if you're not heavy, but you can't bounce on this line.
Okay.
There it goes, line's good.
Pretty close.
Does need to curl a hair, but line will get there.
Just
Not
check
heavy,
that
so-
top
Okay,
yellow.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Just touch it.
Myers
just
trying to
touch
bring
it.
it into the
Go, go,
4-foot.
go, go, go. Good, good, good.
Here it comes.
Good.
Thanks.
Not bad there.
That's a good spot.
Now, do we see?
Certainly blocks away for Sweden.
Remember, Sweden needs 4.
Ja, linje! Linje! Wow, vänta. Nej, den blir
Bra
där.
fart. Gärna gå.
Kommer nu. Japp, gå om du vill.
So Sweden just
Nej,
want to
vänta.
try
Nej,
and
det kommer inte.
freeze on top of their own yellow and try and build a
men
nest
fitt då.
in there.
Lite hård.
Leave a
Det
plant.
är bra försök.
Fraction heavy.
Yeah,
Hold
but even
off.
if you just do this.
Yeah. think almost just noses might be the best almost.
Yeah, but if you're rolling a hair, that's...
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What do you think this is going to do?
I think it'll curl just a bit. I think it's a couple ends ago.
Okay, can you go?
Kurt Myers.
Yep, yes! Hard! Whoa, 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 whoa!
It's good.
Trying to vaporize the stone.
It's a good result. It's freed up the yellow on the
Tryck
button.
ner den här lite!
Laura Walker readjusting the back bumper.
Frysen är väl helt okej också?
Va?
Frysen är väl helt okej?
Ja.
Ta lite mer då.
Ja.
So Canada will just be counting rocks. That's one out of play. 2 more. And that will clinch the win.
Bra linje, den ser lite kort ut. Ja,
Ja.
linje! Wow, är den kort? Vart
lite.
är den?
5, 6,
Ja! Wow.
Wants to freeze on top of this, doesn't want to bump it.
8.
10.
Small tap, small bump. It's not bad.
De har gått fram och bakbedöma.
Same thing?
Pardon?
Same thing or what?
I think so.
Do you like playing the double?
Or are you thinking the nose? If you nose it, that goes.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I mean,
And if you're a little inside, you're a little inside.
I'll see what it looks like from the hat.
I think, Kirk, I think the nose is safer than trying that double.
Well, they're both pretty precise, right?
But even if you try the nose and you're anywhere inside,
True.
right? Like you
But
say,
I can't be an inch outside. Like,
yeah.
do you like peel? Or do we just draw one?
Good,
Where are
Kurt.
we
The
gonna
throw in
draw,
the
though?
heat makes it
Like,
a
where
lot
to
more
Pocket,
fun.
and then, like, how do they score anyway?
True.
It's tempting
And you
because he
just
knows he
have
can
to
move
roll
2
it.
yellow stones here.
I think we better decide. We only have one more.
They're going to take a look. Remember, they can't call a timeout. They had a peek at the time clock. They got enough time to have a look.
I think that's the call, isn't it? What are they going to do?
They draw here.
Okay. You like this? Just get rid of it?
My gut says yes.
Okay.
Kirk, even if you
happy.
are an inch high and you nut it there, you get rid of the back one. They're
True.
going to run out of rock soon.
Because it's edge-edge.
Okay, well, why don't you just throw easy, like a heavy board?
Okay.
You don't throw it hard.
And that is their objective here,
What are we
to
doing?
eliminate
Hold your gut.
Swedish stones.
Laura's done the math.
Hard, 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 hard,
Well,
hard,
right out of
hard,
hand,
hard,
Kirk
hard.
says go.
Hard!
Got to get by that center guard.
Hard! Whoa!
Oh, nice shot. Well swept by Laura Walker. That was flirting with the guard.
It was, but as Kurt said, it's
Good job, Eddie.
precision. It was
First
perfect
shot.
precision.
Save
Yes, it
2
was.
minutes.
When you're 4 up playing the last end, all you want to do is eliminate the opposition stones.
Bra satt.
Well, we'll just count the stones.
Fan,
We've got
vad
3 in the
rakt
backboards, 1 on its way, 1 in the house, 1 to come. I'm not
Nej,
sure
nej.
where a Swedish 4 is going to come
Nej,
from.
nej. Nej.
There's 2, and we're seeing an official on the
Egentligen borde
ice
vi lägga upp,
surface.
vi kan inte vinna.
Ja, jo.
These are over.
She's
I'm
done
just
the
gonna-
math.
This is silly.
She's having a count. We've got
We know.
2 rocks there.
You're
Yeah,
up
just throw
more,
it through.
and there's no more.
Doesn't matter.
Got 1 rock to come.
He said,
Official says, I think we're done.
we go.
Yes, we
Swedes
are.
Look at me.
It's our last
Run us out of
game.
time
We
when
want
we
to
lose.
play.
Well,
Yes.
they can only get 2 or throw 1 more.
Oh, good job. Way to go.
Yes, 4 plus 3 equals 7, and that is not enough.
you.
It
Thank
was
you.
victory
Good
for
luck.
Canada.
Good game.
Thank you.
I think they run Sweden
Thank you.
out of rocks after they realize there's only 1 to come. So Canada rolls on. Laura Walker, Kurt Myers
Good job, Laura. Way to get
Nice
through
work,
that one.
nice
take the
Good job.
victory
Sit there.
by a final score of 8-4. Canada moves on to the final tomorrow.
Det gör inget.
Let's pick up the women's game between Canada and Korea. Canada's Rachel Homan. There's the situation. Korea leading that one 5-2.
Yep, you can tap it a couple inches.
Kim Min-ji playing Rachel Homan tough.
Yeah, little tap's okay. That was 10.
Korea playing the red stones, Canada playing the yellow stones. And a miscue.
Clean. Yep. Low lines, going really straight. Well then.
Playing the sixth end.
Freeze it. You can tap it a bit. Hard then. Yep, tap it hard. Hold the line hard. Hard. Keep going, tap it hard.
Nice freeze right in front of the shot rock by miscue.
Nice weight call. You said 6, so
이거 우리 걸.
1, 2번이긴 해. 근데 얘가 있어서.
날개가 때문에.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Here we see the final handshakes between Norway and Russia in the mixed doubles game. Kristen Skaslien and Sandra Rolveg racking up a victory. Earning some prize money.
세번 넣으면 롤이 들어가
안 좋을 것 같아. 이게 나을 것 같아.
살짝
이렇게 채팅으로 가도 돼.
이게 좋을 것 같은데 그냥 롤? 노말?
Bit of discussion here by Team Korea. Looks to me like they're going to make a play.
일단 필로 오는 게 나을 것 같아.
Kim look on.
필로.
On that stone right
Oh.
where the brush is. For an inside
아니야.
roll into the pile. Taking a quick peek at the time clock. Remember, end by end timing here at Curling World Cup.
이거 맞는 것 같아.
기다려. 올라가.
정타야 빼줘.
Doesn't get the inside roll, but removes the Canadian rock.
Sorry. I gave you ice here, so I'll probably give me here.
Okay.
Freeze on that side, Red.
Rachel Homan telling us.
No.
He's going to make a freeze.
T-line. What's the speed here? Similar to what I threw there, that back. Line's tight, about the same. Go ahead for line.
Canada trailing by 3.
Hard line.
Big shot here for Rachel Homan.
Keep freeze on the top. Hard. Keep going. Gotta go.
Courtney and Weigel working it.
Drag it.
Comes to rest. Full 12-foot. That's short. Korea lying 2. Here are the standings in the women's event. Canada 4-0, but they're under threat here in this game. Pool A, Sweden at 4-1. So lots to play for here. Korea without a win, but boy, oh boy, they are giving the pool leaders everything they can handle. Winners of the pools advance to tomorrow's final.
라인만 막으면 돼.
Kim Min-ji.
라인 넉넉해. 올리지 마. 괜찮아. 라인 룸이야.
라인 아직 많이 름. 좀 많이 내려올 것 같아.
가자.
라인 많이
붙여줘.
름.
내까지 가도 돼. 여기까지. 가야 돼, 많이 가야 돼, 세희야. 진짜 많이 가야 돼. 조금만 더.
Playing her guard, she doesn't want to line them up. Pretty good spot. Takes away the run back. Rachel Homan. I see a flat double.
Yeah, because I'm up
We
here.
have to just hit this one first.
Okay. Thrown a lot, so
Outturn?
yeah.
This one will be moving. Playing the outturn. Going to try to hit about a quarter of the stone right beside the brush of Emma Miskew. Jump it straight left into the pocket. Spring them and maybe get two. Yeah, two maximum.
She doesn't need to move the second red very far out the 4 foot.
Catches it thin, and it's a steal of two for Korea. Rachel Homan trying to jump shot. It over curls, catches it thin, and Korea steals two. After 6, it's Korea 7, Canada 2.
Not really, the 5 rock roll. Okay.
버릴까요? 버려요. 그냥 해요. 드로우 가드. 아, 네. 드로우. 네. 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 네.
화이팅!
아웃턴?
Between ends, Team Korea getting some input from the coaching bench, and that's absolutely allowed at Curling World Cup. There are no timeouts during play, but between ends, the teams are absolutely free to consult with their coach. Korea taking full advantage of that. They're in a position that they weren't really expecting to be in against a team the quality of Rachel Homan. Up 5. With 2 to play. So the question and the discussion, I'm sure, Rona, was how do we play 7? Do we throw it through? Do we throw it in? What do we do? Weren't really expecting to be up 5. But up 5 they are.
But now with this 5 rock roll being played here, gives Canada the opportunity to get guards up, get the cover up. So Korea don't really need stones in the house.
Line's really good.
They will be an enemy to them because Canada will just freeze them.
Yep, finish hard.
5 rock free guard zone, so no prizes for the plan for Rachel Homan.
Keep going.
2 guards. By leaving that stone in the rings, as you say, Rona, you can throw up the corner guard and you come around it and you've got something to sit in front of as well. Kim Soo-jin, 19 years of age.
Oh, that's it. They're all very young and they've not got a lot of experience on the international stage, this young team. So for them, these situations, as you've already pointed out, the coach is taking analysis and data, and these are situations that they'll review after the game. And, you know, in future games, they'll maybe play it differently.
They've played very well indeed. They're full value to be in the lead in this game, but as you say, Rona, young team, sometimes the hardest thing to learn is how to close one out. Here's Lisa Weigel.
Especially playing a team of Rachel Homan's caliber.
Exactly.
I think you can both go.
Clean it, yeah.
It's a little light.
There are the two corner guards for Team Canada. Let's look in at USA Russia. Yellow stones belonging to Anna Sidorova. USA's Nina Roth with her last stone. She made an amazing shot in the first end, drawing against 4. And a bit similar here, drawing to save the end. Gets a little rub, rolls it into the button. Single point for Team USA, and it's 6-4. So this is where the 5-rock free guard zone comes into play. Young Tae goes to deliver. Can't throw a clearing shot right now.
Just trying to tick it to the side.
You can move them, but you can't move it out of play. Oh. Trying the corner guard side tick, almost made it.
I don't need, just back line. Don't tap it through.
So Canada's got their two corners up.
Yep.
Just looking to tap back. Don't want to remove it from play, so they can use it.
Joanne Courtney.
Solid. 10, 11. Line's tight. Gotta go. 11. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Hard. Yeah. Hard.
Bumps, pushes it through the rings. Sits in front of the Korean stone corner.
Great result, and that's where these Korean stones are actually going to be an enemy to themselves.
Exactly right. Yang Tae. Trying to clear the corner. Makes the clear, springs it across. No double clear, but one corner guard gone. Nice shot.
3. Yeah, 2, 3.
Rachel Holman will be thinking, we really got to score 3. Score 3. Junk it up, trying to steal 2.
Make sure it's here.
Get to a shootout.
2, 3. Line's good.
Yeah, that's what she's aiming for right now.
And clean it.
She needs to score a 3 here.
No, you can't go.
Puts the corner guard back. This one over curling slightly. Might expose the Canadian shot in the rings.
I don't think Korea need to be too clever playing down weights to try and get one out the house. Peeling the guards, an okay result here.
I'm with you, but it does look like they're thinking about chasing the shot. Kim Hae-rin. Ah, the confidence of youth. Makes it perfect. Great shot. There's Kim Hae-rin. Yang and Kim, nice job with the brushes. So the corner guards are up for Canada, but Korea executing well against them. Here's Emma Miskew.
Easy line, easy line.
Now it's time to duck around those corners and ignore the shooter. Courtney and Weigel not laying a brush to it. Well by the guard. It's going to slide deep. Comes to rest just biting the back 12. Kind of an annoying place for Korea as Rachel Holman looks on. See, it's half buried. Here Korea, you'd like to get rid of it, but it's not without risk making a play at it.
It's either or. Again, make sure you do one or the other. If you're not getting the shot, make sure you peel the guard.
Yeah, hit something. Control weight confirmed by Kim Hae-rin. Yang and Kim trying to hold the line. Oh, once again, nice execution from this young Korean team.
Yep, important to roll out as well, not to hang about and give Canada anything to use.
So the end plan for Rachel Homan, thinking we got to get 3. Well, just 3 rocks remain. Emma Miskew needs to sink this one.
At the end, switch. Gotta go hard. Finish hard.
Had to wait for that one a little bit because of the line. Now Joanne Courtney and Rachel Homan dragging it as far as they can. That's a pretty good shot from Emma Miskew.
Great result there. So top tee, and it's buried.
Sorry?
I can't see. 어. 근데 같이 보면 차라리 그냥 하나만 열고 어차피 이거 건드려야 돼. 이게 1번이야. 이렇게 2점만 주는 것도 괜찮지 않아?
Exactly what Canada
하나만
needed.
여는 게 어때? 2개 같이 보자. 2개 같이? 같이 보는 게 나을 것 같아. 안쪽으로 보자.
Here's a situation where experience matters, Rona. Clear that corner. And you know that you're only conceding 2.
Correct.
Control the side of center.
가린다 생각하고 당겨야 될 것 같아.
Try a straight run back to pick it off. Just blow it by. You bring 3 into play. Kim Min-ji.
오, please, 오, please, 오, 야, 야, 가야 돼. 야, 아, 탈퇴. 오, 가야 돼.
Well,
They got away with it.
they did.
Rolled their own counter in front of their shot rock.
Which makes it very difficult for Rachel now to come in and move that to lie 2. She can come in and lie short.
Just need to get shot. Yeah. Need to get shot. You can be frozen high of it and shot, or you can be all the way around it and shot. It doesn't matter.
Be a tough
No,
corner
that was
freeze
middle
to
of
get
8.
shot. Rachel thinks she can do that, or
What I
just
just
duck around.
threw? Yeah. Another foot, maybe? Yeah.
Rachel Homan.
Okay, gotta
Go
be
ahead then.
Yes,
Let it go
line. Looks really light. Okay, keep going. Try to get a rub off this one.
Courtney and Weigel taking as far as they can,
Yeah,
but this
yeah,
one's
yeah.
over curling. Takes the front, sits in the top 12. Canada hoping they'll get a chance to use it, but for Korea, shot choice pretty clear.
이건데 이게 더 좋을 거.
너무 강남.
노말.
Remove that Canadian rock.
이건 정타가 더 난 거 같아. 들어가면 별로 저기 그냥 떨어버려서. 이거 치고 쳐도 돼. 그러니까 정타.
Play in the 7th end.
센터 있는 걸 왜?
Korea leading it
치고 일단
7-2.
롤 보고.
Upset brewing here at Curling World Cup. Suzhou. Kim Min-ji.
기다려줘 클린. 클린해. 기다려 루미야. 얍. 얍.
Wants to hit it right in the nose. Perfect.
Perfect.
So there is a chance for a flat double and to potentially score 2.
Okay, curl it. Upper off. Yep.
This Korean team Not managed to win a game so far in the event.
You see them playing like this and you wonder why.
Correct. I think maybe just take them a wee while to deal with a big occasion, and you know, it's their first time in a big arena and with crowd and big opposition to play.
Yes.
So it's maybe just take them a wee while to settle down.
They've certainly settled down this afternoon. They're playing very, very well. So Rachel Homan trying to keep their hopes alive. Needs a flat double takeout to score 2. Catches it thin. It's a steal of 1. Korea steals the 7th. And Canada concedes. Korea have upset Rachel Homan of Canada. Kim Min-ji. Korea stealing a point in the 8th. Make the final. Korea 8. Canada 2. So let's pick up the last game remaining here in the afternoon session at Curling World Cup. This women's
Line's
game,
a little tight.
USA, Russia.
Line's
And
good. One's
that
good.
Canadian
Right on center.
loss to Korea, this game takes on a little extra importance.
curling
Team
out.
USA
Stay down.
are still alive as
Whoa,
far
whoa,
as
whoa, whoa.
having a chance to win the pool and advance to
Sit.
tomorrow's women's final. But they are trailing in this one to Russia's Anna Sidorova.
Yep, one remaining game in this group tonight, and that is Canada versus USA.
Oh, that will be interesting.
Whoa, whoa. Speed. Whoa. Sweep, sweep. Da. Whoa, whoa. Fresh off.
Yulia Guzieva clearing.
Yeah.
Allison Giving.
3.
Just need to persevere, putting up cover
No.
up front.
3. Yep. Now you can go.
So the USA need 4 to tie here, which is going to be a tall order, but
That's good.
we think, subject to
Very nice.
confirmation,
Atta
that
girl.
even if the USA lose this game, they still have a chance to win the pool should they defeat Canada tonight.
They would then be level. Canada are on 12 points just now, and USA are on 9 points just now.
So if
3 points that are awarded for a win
in regulation,
in regulation intents. So were USA to lose this game here against Russia and then win against Canada tonight, it would be a USA-Canada shootout.
would be tied on 12 points. Very interesting. Nina Roth looking for something, anything to use to try and generate some offense here. Becca Hamilton.
Line's good. Line's good. Little tight. 5, 4. Line. Hard.
Tomorrow, Sunday, we will see finals in all 3 disciplines.
Little
We'll
bounce.
have the
Yep,
mixed doubles
get a little
final, the
bounce in
men's
the guard.
final, the women's final, all happening tomorrow.
That's good.
Pretty soon the USA is going to have to bring stones into the rings.
Huh?
Remember, they need 4.
Край. Возможно, половины хватит, но лучше треть.
Fortunova.
Да. Sweep. Whoa. Sweep.
Da-da-da, says Anna Sidorova.
Right around.
Yes, 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 in Russian, of course. Becca Hamilton.
5. Line's good. 4-3. Hard, girls. Hard. Go, 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 go. Yep. Hard, you got it. Go, 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 go.
Trying to wrap around that corner guard.
Very nice.
Gets
Great
it onto the
Susan.
rings, well brushed.
Very well swept.
Vivian Peterson doing the honors. Femina.
Sweep! Sweep! Whoa, 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 whoa.
Russia just trying to run the U.S. out of rocks. There goes another one. Pop their own off the button. They won't be too worried about that.
We're on tab.
USA with 4 stones remaining. Margarita Fomina has a smile. Looking pretty solid now for the win. Tab Peterson. This one has to be in the rings. The USA need 4.
Room. 6, 7's good. Here it goes. Yep. Looks like it's dying. 7's great.
Go ahead, Becca.
It's coming. There you go. Now you can go.
Nice shot. Wraps it around the corner. Margarita Fomina will, again, just to be asked to clear the corner guard.
Sweep,
Will leave Anna Sidorova an open hit for the win.
sweep, удержите, sweep!
She's trying to get the one in the house.
Oh, well, might as well end it right here. Oh, great shot.
Are we done?
Just caught her
that
sweeper
good?
before she went head first over the barrier.
They're split.
Only hope for the Americans
Try this
now would be
guy.
to split that stone short of the rings.
Probably
Remember,
gotta
they
throw
need
like
4.
hack.
I can't see how that splits there, but while you've got a pulse, you keep trying. Tab Peterson.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yep,
Whoa.
yep,
Whoa. Eileen.
Just trying to come across the face of it. Just didn't come enough.
Punches it on the rings and rolls a bit more to the center to make it a bit more splittable. So best that Tab Peterson could possibly do on that shot. But it is now an open hit for the win here for Anna Sidorova of Russia. She can remove this American counter. The game will be over.
Well, there's only 3 rocks on Friday.
Characteristic upright delivery of Anna Sidorova.
Протирайте, протирайте.
Makes it, no problem.
Okay.
Team USA concedes defeat. Russia runs them out of rocks, and it's a win for Anna Sidorova and Team Russia.
Okay.
Final score, Russia 8, USA 4. Mixed doubles curling. Canada against Sweden. Fourth end of play. Cluster of stones in and around the 4-foot final stone on its way for Canada's Laura Walker.
Okay, we're really close. Really close.
Got a really tough shot to try and score 2. Needs to curl a fraction more. So close, but it's only a single point. Great try by Laura Walker to try and score 2. In the 5th, Sweden's Therese Westman with her last rock.
Hold den, ja. Bara fart.
Trying to get a piece of the pin. That's about as well as she could have done. It's a steal of 1 for Canada. In the 6th, Canada lying 4. Desperation shot here for Therese Westman, trying an angle tap. Very difficult. Makes it about as well as she can, but it is a steal of 2 for the Canadians.
2 red.
2 red.
And in the 8th then, Canada running Sweden out of rocks.
Thank you.
Laura Walker. Kirk Myers take the win, and they will advance to the final. Here is a wrap-up of all the scores in session 13. Korean women with a big 8-2 upset win over Rachel Homan of Canada. Canada 8-4 winners in mixed doubles. Norway with a 6-3 win over Russia in mixed doubles. Russia defeating the USA 8-4 in the women's event, and Scotland 10-1 winners over China in the women's. And here are the standings in mixed doubles. Canada has qualified for tomorrow's final. In Group B, USA is taking on Switzerland in the final game of the double round robin to determine who will go to tomorrow's final.
Congratulations, Team Canada. Qualified through to tomorrow's final. How does that feel?
It feels great. We knew we were qualified before this game, but we really wanted to finish on a good note and win that one. And we picked it up in the second half for sure. We had a bit of a slow start, but it felt really good to finish strong.
And the steals in the 5th and 6th there really made the difference, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Like Laura said, I struggled a little bit early, and she kept us in it. And then when we started going towards the end of the game and getting those steals, and as soon as you can get up a couple points on this ice, it sets you up good. So that allowed us to be successful coming home.
And what are your thoughts playing in the first ever World Cup mixed doubles?
This is so cool. Like, we're so lucky to be here. This venue is incredible. Our hotel, like, being right next door. We feel like we're superstars around here. Like, it's very cool. The security, the venue, the ice, like, all of it. It's just been a first-class experience, and we feel really grateful.
And Kirk, what will you do to relax before tomorrow's final?
Well, I normally like to sit in the hotel room and do nothing, but I asked Laura this morning. There's an ancient city close to here, so we might head out there this afternoon if we can catch a ride. So that would be pretty cool. See some sights while we're here before we head home.
And that's huge, because all he does is sleep. So when he asked me to hang out, I'm like, yes, let's go.
Make the most of it. Well, congratulations and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
So that'll do it from Suzhou, from the Curling World Cup for Rona Howie. I'm Hans Frauenlob. So long from the Curling World Cup.
Weight's good.
Close.
Wait.
Close.
Just line. Thank you.
Good luck in
Thank
your
you.
final.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.